Hey there, friends! Getting older means we've earned a lot of wisdom, but also, we've got less patience for anything that messes with our peace, right? Retirement, family, and health become the center of our focus, and all we really want is to enjoy our golden years in tranquility. But here's the catch: the people we choose to keep around can make all the difference. They can either lift us up or drag us down, and unfortunately, there are some types we need to avoid to keep the good vibes going. So today, I'm sharing 7 kinds of people you should distance yourself from as you get older. Trust me, staying clear of these folks will help ensure your days are filled with more positivity and way less drama. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss our latest tips for a happier, more peaceful life. Let's dive in. Part 1. 1. The heavy burden of negativity. In our later years, protecting our peace isn't just a preference, it's a necessity. We've all seen enough to know that life has its ups and downs, but we've learned to appreciate the little things that bring us joy. Unfortunately, some people just can't see that. They live their lives wearing negativity like a heavy winter coat, always seeing the bad, never the good. Let's call them the perpetual pessimists. Negativity doesn't always come loudly. Sometimes, it slips in quietly, through offhand comments, constant criticism, or a pessimistic outlook that slowly makes everything feel heavy. You know the type: the people who complain about the weather being too hot or too cold, who criticize others just because they can, or who always find a flaw even in something beautiful. They might dismiss a kind gesture by assuming it has an ulterior motive. To them, a sunny day is too bright, and a rainy day is just gloomy. If you're not careful, their clouded view of the world can end up overshadowing your own. For us, especially as we get older, negativity like that is particularly draining. We've all gone through loss, heartbreak, and life's challenges, but we've also learned to savor the small joys: the warmth of the sun on our skin, a grandchild's laughter, or a peaceful cup of morning coffee. If someone's constant negativity starts to dull those moments for you, it's time to reevaluate that relationship. It's also important to realize that negativity can blind people to the beauty and kindness in the world. Imagine being around someone who never believes in the good. They see kindness as fake, success as undeserved, and positivity as pointless. Over time, their inability to recognize anything positive can make you start questioning your own optimism. Their negativity doesn't just weigh them down, it starts to drag you along with them. Now, I get it. Most negative people aren't that way on purpose. Often their outlook comes from a place of hurt, unresolved pain, or even fear of being vulnerable. Maybe they've been through a lot, and they've built walls to protect themselves. And while that's understandable, it doesn't mean you should have to carry their burden. Recognizing how someone's negativity impacts you is the first step toward protecting your peace. If you feel emotionally drained or upset after spending time with someone, it's a sign to reconsider how much energy you're giving them. It's not about abandoning compassion, but about setting boundaries. Your well-being matters too. Surround yourself with people who lift you up. Those who find beauty in the simple things, who are grateful, and who remind you of the good in the world. These are the people who celebrate your joys without jealousy, and who can sit with you in silence, making that silence feel like home. Protecting your peace doesn't mean isolating yourself. It means choosing relationships that enrich your life. And when someone's negativity starts to feel like too much, turn back to what brings you peace. Go outside, feel the warmth of the sun, listen to the gentle rustle of leaves, or just breathe in the quiet moments. These small joys are your greatest defense against the darkness others might carry. 2. Avoid the tempest, the danger of angry and aggressive people. As we move into the autumn of our lives, peace becomes not just something nice to have, it's something we deserve. We've weathered enough storms in our years, and now is the time to enjoy tranquility. But even in these cherished years, some people bring chaos into our lives. These are the angry and aggressive types, whose harsh words and unpredictable behavior can disrupt the calm we've worked so hard to achieve. Anger is like fire. Uncontrolled, it can consume everything around it. For some people, anger seems to be their default response. A minor inconvenience becomes a major outburst. A small disagreement becomes a heated argument. Their words cut deep, their tempers flare up suddenly, and their aggression can make you feel anxious or even unsafe. Living with or around people like this feels like walking on eggshells, constantly trying to avoid setting them off. Aggression isn't always about physical acts. It can be verbal, sharp criticisms, shouting matches, or relentless blame. Even the presence of someone with an aggressive demeanor can be intimidating, creating an atmosphere where you feel defensive or uneasy. Over time, the stress from these interactions can wear you down, robbing you of joy and draining your energy. For older adults, the impact of being around angry or aggressive individuals can be especially hard. Emotional stress can affect your physical health too, leading to increased blood pressure, difficulty sleeping, and even a weakened immune system. And let's be clear, no one has to endure someone else's anger, especially at the cost of their own well-being. If you find yourself frequently drained or stressed out after interactions with someone, pay attention to that. It's a red flag. Setting boundaries is an act of self-care, not selfishness. Calmly but firmly, let the person know what you won't tolerate. You might say, "I'm happy to continue this conversation, but only if we can speak calmly." If they refuse to respect that boundary, it's perfectly okay to walk away. More importantly, surround yourself with calm and kind people, the ones who meet challenges with patience, not anger. These individuals remind us that most problems can be solved without conflict, and their presence helps to soften the edges of life. When you're around peaceful people, it's easier to stay centered, even in difficult moments. Forgiveness can also play a role here, not to excuse harmful behavior, but to free yourself from resentment. Letting go of anger towards angry people doesn't mean letting them back into your life. It means releasing the hold their actions have on your emotions, so you can find peace again. Remember, these later years are a time for peace. The battles and struggles are behind you, and now is your time to seek stillness, to enjoy the tranquility you've earned. Don't let someone else's anger steal that from you. Step away from their chaos, step into the light of peace, and let that guide you forward. Part 2. 3. False praise and empty loyalties. In our later years, we value authenticity more than anything else. We've learned that genuine relationships are built on trust, honesty, and mutual respect. The last thing we need is to be surrounded by insincere people who flatter us in good times but disappear or even turn against us when challenges arise. Their praise may feel comforting at first, but it's often shallow and self-serving, leaving us hurt and betrayed when their true nature is revealed. Insincere people are often very good at sensing opportunity. They may come around when you have something they want, whether that's a favor, influence, or simply your attention. They shower you with compliments, calling you a hero, or making you feel indispensable. But it's important to pay attention to what lies beneath those words. Their flattery is often a tool for manipulation rather than a genuine show of appreciation. The real test of their loyalty comes when things aren't going so well for you. Perhaps you're facing a health problem, a financial issue, or an emotional challenge. Suddenly, their enthusiasm fades. The phone calls and visits stop, and before you know it, they're nowhere to be found. Even worse, some of them might start speaking ill of you to others, joining the crowd of critics instead of standing by your side. This kind of betrayal doesn't just hurt, it makes it harder to trust again. It leaves a scar, reminding you that not all relationships are worth keeping. Now, not everyone who offers kind words has a hidden agenda. Many people genuinely care and express their admiration without expecting anything in return. But the challenge lies in distinguishing the authentic from the insincere. True friends are there not only in the good times, but also when life becomes difficult. They don't turn your successes into opportunities for themselves, nor do they abandon you when things get tough. Protecting yourself from insincere people doesn't mean becoming cynical or distrusting everyone who shows kindness. It's about being discerning. It's about focusing your energy on those whose actions align with their words. People who show up for you in both the celebrations and the difficult moments of life. Genuine friends will hold your hand when you need it most, and they'll celebrate your successes without a hint of envy. It's crucial to let go of relationships that feel hollow or one-sided. Your golden years are a time for meaningful connections, for spending time with people who enrich your life rather than drain it. Life is too precious to waste on empty loyalties. By surrounding yourself with authenticity, you create space for joy, trust, and peace. You deserve relationships that add value to your life, not those that leave you feeling disappointed or questioning your worth. 4. Boundaries matter. The cost of meddlesome people. At this stage of life, we've earned the right to live in peace, to make our own decisions without unwanted interference. We cherish our privacy, respect boundaries, and focus on the things that truly matter to us. But there are people who just can't seem to respect these boundaries. These are the meddlesome types, those who offer unsolicited advice, pry into personal matters, and insert themselves into situations that don't concern them. Meddlesome people often believe they're just trying to help, but their interference is anything but helpful. They may claim their intentions are good, but their behavior can leave you feeling judged, undermined, or even powerless. They might probe into your financial decisions, question your family relationships, or give you unsolicited advice about your health. It might seem minor at first, but over time, their meddling becomes a persistent drain on your emotional energy. Some meddlesome people thrive on gossip. They blur the lines between concern and control, turning private matters into public discussions. This kind of behavior can make you feel like your life is no longer entirely your own. For older adults, it can be particularly demeaning to have someone constantly questioning their decisions under the guise of looking out for you. While genuine care is always appreciated, meddling diminishes your autonomy and can make you feel like you're not capable of managing your own affairs. Handling meddlesome people requires setting firm boundaries. It's important to politely but clearly communicate which areas of your life are off limits. A simple statement like, "I appreciate your concern, but I've got this under control," can go a long way in asserting your independence. You shouldn't feel obligated to explain or justify your choices to anyone. Your life is yours to live, and you don't need anyone's permission to do so. It's equally important to nurture relationships with people who respect your boundaries. True friends and family members offer support when you need it, but they never push or pry. They understand the importance of your independence and value your right to privacy. These are the relationships that bring comfort, trust, and a sense of security, allowing you to navigate life's challenges on your own terms. Letting go of meddlesome people doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world. It's about creating space for relationships that bring positivity and peace into your life. Your time and energy are precious, and they should be spent with those who respect and uplift you, not with those who overstep boundaries and create unnecessary stress. Life in your golden years should be about enjoying the fruits of your labor, reflecting on your journey, and cherishing the moments that matter most. 5. Free yourself from jealousy, the weight of envy in others. In the later chapters of life, where every moment feels more precious, there's a quiet joy in appreciating what we have, in celebrating what we've built, and in sharing the successes of those we care about. But not everyone shares this perspective. Some people carry with them the weight of envy, an unspoken bitterness that colors their view of others' accomplishments. These are the individuals who can't celebrate someone else's joy. They see a neighbor's success as a reminder of their own perceived shortcomings, and instead of admiration, they feel resentment. If you allow people like this into your inner circle, their jealousy can cast a shadow over your own happiness, making it harder for you to appreciate the things you've worked so hard for. Jealousy isn't always obvious. It can show up as subtle criticisms or backhanded compliments. Imagine a neighbor who was once friendly but grew distant after you made some improvements to your home, or a friend who finds fault in every piece of good news you share. Their envy might not be loud, but it lingers, making you feel guilty for things you should be proud of. The problem with jealousy is that it's contagious. Being around people who are envious can make you start downplaying your achievements just to avoid their reactions. Over time, their negativity can seep into your outlook, making it harder to find contentment in your blessings. You might start questioning whether you deserve your happiness, all in an attempt to keep the peace with someone who can't handle your light. It's important to understand that envy often stems from a misunderstanding of other people's lives. Those who are envious only see the surface, the accomplishments, the happy moments, but they rarely see the hard work, the struggles, or the sacrifices that went into achieving those things. They compare their worst days to someone else's highlight reel, and it fuels a cycle of resentment that ultimately harms them more than anyone else. That said, it's not your responsibility to carry the burden of someone else's jealousy. Protecting yourself from the impact of envy starts with recognizing it. If someone's behavior makes you feel like you have to apologize for your success, it's a sign that the relationship might not be healthy. You've worked hard for what you have, and no one has the right to make you feel ashamed of your accomplishments. Distance yourself from those who can't celebrate your joy. This isn't an act of selfishness, it's about protecting your well-being. At the same time, Surround yourself with people who cheer for you without hesitation. These are the individuals who understand that life isn't a competition, but a shared journey, and their encouragement will remind you of the goodness in the world. Guarding against jealousy also means looking inward. If you ever catch yourself feeling envious, use it as an opportunity for reflection. Instead of letting envy take root, turn it into motivation or gratitude. Life isn't about having everything, it's about cherishing what you do have. When you focus on gratitude, envy loses its power over you, and you're able to find true contentment in your own unique journey. Part 3. 6. The cost of deception. Why honesty matters more than ever. As we grow older, the importance of trust becomes clearer than ever before. We crave relationships that are genuine, ones built on transparency, respect, and honesty. Trust is the cornerstone of any meaningful connection, and without it, relationships can feel empty and uncertain. Unfortunately, there are people out there who weave webs of deception, and their dishonesty can have a serious impact on our peace of mind. Dishonest people can take many forms. They might tell small lies to avoid confrontation, twist the truth to suit their needs, or fabricate elaborate stories to manipulate you. At first, these lies might seem harmless, even forgivable, but over time, they can add up and begin to erode your trust, making it difficult to feel secure in that relationship. A lifetime of wisdom has taught us the value of honesty, and it's a value that we should never compromise. Especially now, imagine a friend who constantly breaks their promises, or a family member who twists your words for their own gain. These betrayals can leave deep wounds, and as we get older, we become less willing to tolerate the chaos that dishonesty brings into our lives. Being deceived shakes your confidence, not only in the person who lied to you, but also in your own ability to judge others. It can leave you feeling isolated, questioning whether you can trust anyone at all. For older adults, dishonesty can have particularly serious consequences. Scammers and manipulative individuals often target seniors, taking advantage of their kindness, vulnerability, or perceived naivety. These deceitful acts can range from emotional manipulation to financial exploitation, and the damage they cause can be devastating, financially, emotionally, and mentally. The feeling of being betrayed by someone you trusted is hard to shake and can leave lasting scars. But dishonesty doesn't always come from strangers. It can also come from those we consider close, friends or family members who think they're sparing our feelings by hiding the truth, or who manipulate situations to suit their own needs. The worst part of dishonesty is that it corrodes the very foundation of a relationship, making it impossible to feel safe, secure, and genuinely connected. To protect yourself from dishonesty, start by paying attention to patterns of behavior. Does someone frequently contradict themselves? Do their actions fail to align with their words? If something doesn't feel right, trust your instincts. After all, you've spent a lifetime honing your intuition, and it often senses deception before your mind fully registers it. Setting boundaries with dishonest people is crucial. Forgiveness is a virtue, but it doesn't mean allowing someone to continue harming you. You deserve relationships that are built on truth, not lies or half-truths. Be clear about what you will and won't tolerate, and if someone continues to deceive you, it's perfectly okay to step away from that relationship. You don't owe anyone your trust, especially not someone who has proven themselves unworthy of it. Surround yourself with people who value honesty and respect your trust. These are the relationships that bring security, comfort, and true connection. Honesty isn't just about words, it's about actions, consistency, and respect. By distancing yourself from deception, you create space for genuine connections that enrich your life and bring you peace of mind. Life is too short to be spent questioning whether the people around you are being truthful. Choose honesty, choose authenticity, and protect your well-being. 7. The toll of complaints. Choosing gratitude over grumbling life is a patchwork of joys and challenges. As we grow older, we come to understand that perspective makes all the difference. We learn to appreciate the beauty in everyday moments and to find meaning in both the highs and the lows, but some people seem unable to see the good in anything. These are the chronic complainers, the ones who focus only on what's wrong, turning every conversation into a list of grievances. At first, their complaints might seem harmless, just a way to vent or blow off steam, but over time, their negativity can start to weigh heavily on your spirit, making it harder for you to see the beauty in life. The chronic complainer is never satisfied. They grumble about the weather, criticize their family members, and lament how things were better in the past. Their constant focus on what's wrong blinds them to what's right, and their negativity can feel contagious. Spend too much time with someone like this, and you may find yourself echoing their sentiments, adopting their lens of discontent. Their complaints become like static, drowning out the melody of gratitude that you've worked so hard to cultivate. And in your later years, when every moment is a gift, this kind of influence can be especially damaging. Chronic complaints rob you of the ability to savor the simple joys: a warm cup of tea, a walk in the fresh air, the laughter of a loved one. But the good news is, you don't have to let their negativity affect you. You have the power to shift the narrative. When a chronic complainer starts to focus on the negative, try steering the conversation towards something positive. Encourage them to consider solutions instead of dwelling on problems. If their negativity persists, it's okay to limit your time with them. Protecting your emotional well-being is not selfish, it's necessary. You deserve to spend your days with people who uplift you, not those who bring you down. Cultivate relationships with those who see the beauty in life, who celebrate the good without ignoring the challenges. Gratitude is infectious, and spending time with optimistic people can inspire you to see the world through a brighter lens. Look for those who share your appreciation for life's simple joys. Those who can find delight in a beautiful sunset, a shared meal, or even just a quiet moment. Practicing gratitude is a habit that grows stronger with time. Each day, take a moment to reflect on something you're thankful for, no matter how small. It could be a kind gesture from a friend, the warmth of the sun on your face, or the comfort of a familiar routine. As you focus on these moments, you'll find that they multiply, filling your life with light and your heart with peace. In the end, life is too short to spend it caught in a cycle of complaints. By choosing gratitude over grumbling, you reclaim your ability to see the good in the world. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and let go of the negativity that doesn't serve you. This is your time, a time for joy, reflection, and appreciation for all the beauty that life still has to offer. Don't let chronic complainers dull that for you. Instead, embrace gratitude and watch as your days become brighter and more fulfilling. 8. Emotional drainers, the impact of energy vampires. We've all encountered people who seem to drain the life out of us. These emotional drainers, often called energy vampires, leave us feeling exhausted, stressed, or anxious after spending time with them. They are the ones who take and take without giving anything in return. They monopolize conversations, demand constant attention, and rarely, if ever, ask how you're doing. They thrive on drama and often make every situation about themselves. As we age, our time and energy become even more valuable, and we need to protect both from those who drain us without consideration. Emotional drainers are often oblivious to the effect they have on others, or worse, they know and simply don't care. Their constant demands can make you feel overwhelmed, and their lack of empathy can leave you feeling unseen and unappreciated. If you have people like this in your life, it's essential to set boundaries, limit your interactions with them, and be clear about what you are and aren't willing to give. It's okay to say no. Your energy is precious, and it should be spent on people and activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, not on those that leave you feeling depleted. Instead, surround yourself with people who bring positivity into your life. Look for those who give as much as they take. People who listen as much as they talk, who are genuinely interested in your well-being, and who leave you feeling uplifted rather than drained. These are the relationships that nourish your spirit and bring meaning to your days. Protecting yourself from emotional drainers doesn't mean you're being unkind. It means you're prioritizing your well-being. Your golden years are a time to enjoy the people and activities that bring you joy. You deserve to feel energized, appreciated, and fulfilled. By letting go of those who drain your energy, you create space for more meaningful, balanced relationships. If you're enjoying this video and finding these insights helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more tips for a happier, more peaceful life. And of course, we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know what steps you're taking to protect your peace in your golden years. Part 4. 9. The Trap of Manipulation. Avoiding controlling people. As we grow older, we come to value our independence more than ever. We've spent a lifetime making decisions, learning from mistakes, and building a life that reflects our choices. But unfortunately, there are people who thrive on control, those who use manipulation to steer others to their will. These controlling individuals can be particularly harmful in our later years, as they try to undermine our independence and dictate our actions. Manipulative people are often skilled at disguising their intentions. They may present themselves as helpful or caring, but their real goal is to control your decisions. They use guilt, obligation, or even fear to get what they want. They might say things like, "After all I've done for you, this is how you repay me," or "I'm just trying to help, but you never listen to me." Their words are designed to make you doubt yourself, to make you feel like you owe them something, or that their way is the only right way. In our golden years, the last thing we need is someone trying to control our choices. We've earned the right to live life on our own terms, to make decisions that are best for us, without interference. But manipulative people can make you feel like you're incapable of making the right decisions. They thrive on power, and they use subtle tactics to undermine your confidence, making you second-guess yourself. Recognizing manipulation is the first step to protecting yourself from it. Pay attention to how people make you feel. Do you feel pressured, guilty, or obligated after talking to them? Do they make you feel like your decisions are always wrong, or that you need their approval before making a choice? These are red flags that you might be dealing with a manipulative person. Setting boundaries with controlling people is crucial. You have the right to make your own choices, and you don't owe anyone an explanation for living your life the way you want. If someone is trying to manipulate you, be firm in your decisions. Let them know that you value their opinion, but that you're capable of making your own choices. If they continue to push, it's okay to limit your contact with them. Your independence is worth protecting, and no one has the right to take that away from you. Surround yourself with people who respect your autonomy. True friends and family members support your decisions, even if they don't always agree with them. They understand that your life is yours to live, and they respect your right to make your own choices. These are the relationships that bring peace, comfort, and a sense of security, allowing you to live your golden years with confidence and joy. Manipulation can be subtle, but once you recognize it, you can take steps to protect yourself from it. By setting clear boundaries and surrounding yourself with supportive, respectful people, you can avoid the trap of manipulation and enjoy the freedom you deserve. Your later years are a time to embrace your independence, to live life on your own terms, and to make decisions that bring you happiness and fulfillment. 10. The burden of resentment, letting go of past grudges. Life is too short to carry the heavy burden of resentment. As we grow older, we come to realize that holding on to grudges only weighs us down, keeping us from experiencing the joy and peace we deserve. Yet, there are people who seem to thrive on resentment, those who hold on to past wrongs and never let go. These individuals can bring a sense of bitterness into your life, making it difficult to move forward and enjoy the present. Resentment is like a poison that slowly seeps into every aspect of life. People who hold on to grudges are often stuck in the past, replaying old hurts and refusing to let go of the pain. They might bring up past arguments or remind you of times when things went wrong, making it impossible to leave those moments behind. Their constant focus on past wrongs can make it difficult for you to feel at peace, as they pull you back into old conflicts that should have been resolved long ago. For older adults, the weight of resentment can be particularly damaging. Our later years should be a time of reflection, of appreciating the journey we've been on and the lessons we've learned along the way. Holding on to resentment keeps us from fully embracing that journey, from finding the joy and contentment that come with letting go. It's important to recognize that holding a grudge doesn't hurt the person who wronged you. It hurts you. It keeps you stuck in a place of pain, preventing you from moving forward. If you have people in your life who constantly dwell on past wrongs, it's important to set boundaries. You don't have to be pulled into their cycle of resentment. You have the right to choose peace, to let go of past hurts, and to focus on the present. If someone brings up an old argument or tries to draw you into a discussion about past grievances, gently but firmly let them know that you're not interested in revisiting the past. It's okay to say, "I've moved on from that, and I hope you can too." Letting go of resentment is not always easy, especially when the hurt runs deep. But forgiveness is a powerful tool for healing. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you forget what happened, or that you condone the behavior. It means that you choose to release the hold that the past has on you. It's a way of freeing yourself from the pain and making space for peace and joy. By choosing forgiveness, you allow yourself to move forward, to live your life without the weight of past wrongs holding you back. Surround yourself with people who focus on the present and the future, those who celebrate the good moments and support you through the challenges. These are the people who bring positivity into your life, who remind you that every day is a new opportunity to create happiness. Life is too precious to spend it dwelling on past hurts. By letting go of resentment and choosing forgiveness, you can create a life filled with peace, joy, and fulfillment. 11. The stress of drama. Avoiding those who live for conflict. Some people seem to thrive on drama. They create conflict wherever they go, stirring up trouble and making every situation more complicated than it needs to be. These are the people who always seem to have a problem, who blow small issues out of proportion, and who are never content unless there's some kind of chaos unfolding. In your later years, the last thing you need is unnecessary drama adding stress to your life. Drama can be exhausting. People who live for conflict are often emotionally draining, constantly seeking attention and validation through the chaos they create. They might spread rumors, instigate arguments, or turn minor disagreements into full-blown battles. Being around someone like this can leave you feeling stressed, anxious, and emotionally depleted. It's hard to find peace when you're constantly caught up in someone else's whirlwind of drama. In your golden years, peace and tranquility should be your top priorities. You've worked hard, overcome challenges, and navigated the ups and downs of life. Now is the time to enjoy the calm, to surround yourself with people who bring positivity and joy rather than stress and conflict. Drama has no place in a life that is focused on happiness, reflection, and fulfillment. If you have people in your life who seem to create drama at every turn, it's time to set boundaries. Limit your interactions with them, and don't allow yourself to be drawn into their conflicts. It's okay to step back and protect your peace. You don't have to participate in their drama, and you certainly don't have to let it affect your well-being. Instead, seek out relationships that are drama-free. Surround yourself with people who are calm, supportive, and understanding, those who handle challenges with grace and who don't feel the need to create unnecessary conflict. These are the relationships that will bring you comfort and stability, allowing you to enjoy your golden years to the fullest. Life is too short to spend it dealing with unnecessary drama. By distancing yourself from those who thrive on conflict, you create space for the things that truly matter: peace, joy, and meaningful connections. Choose calm over chaos and protect your well-being by avoiding the drama that doesn't serve you. You deserve a life filled with tranquility and happiness, free from the stress of unnecessary conflict. 12. The pitfalls of dependency. Maintaining independence in your golden years. As we grow older, maintaining our independence becomes more important than ever. We've spent our lives making decisions, taking care of ourselves, and building a life that reflects our values. But there are people who, intentionally or not, encourage dependency. Those who want to make decisions for us, who overstep boundaries, and who make us feel like we can't manage on our own. Dependency can be a slippery slope. It often starts with small things: someone offering to run an errand for you, help with a task, or make a decision on your behalf. While these gestures may be well-intentioned, they can sometimes lead to a sense of helplessness, making you feel like you're not capable of taking care of yourself. Over time, this can erode your confidence and independence, making you more reliant on others than you need to be. Maintaining your independence is crucial for your well-being and sense of self-worth. It's important to recognize when someone's help is actually making you feel less capable. If someone is overstepping boundaries or making decisions for you without your consent, it's time to speak up. Let them know that you appreciate their concern, but that you're capable of handling things on your own. Setting boundaries is not about rejecting help, it's about ensuring that your independence is respected. Surround yourself with people who support your independence, those who encourage you to do things for yourself, and who respect your ability to make your own decisions. These are the relationships that empower you, that remind you of your strength and capability. Maintaining your independence is not just about physical abilities, it's about having the freedom to make choices, to live life on your own terms, and to feel confident in your ability to navigate whatever comes your way. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more tips for living your golden years with peace, joy, and independence. And we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know how you're maintaining your independence and protecting your peace. Part 5. 13. The emotional weight of guilt trippers. Freeing yourself from unnecessary guilt. As we move into our later years, there's a deep need for peace, for contentment, and for letting go of emotional baggage. But sometimes, there are people in our lives who use guilt as a tool to control or manipulate us. The guilt trippers. These individuals make you feel as though you're always letting them down, that you owe them more than you can ever give, and that their happiness depends solely on your actions. Guilt tripping can be subtle, but its effects can be heavy and exhausting. Guilt trippers often know exactly how to push your buttons. They might say things like, "I guess I'll just have to do this by myself, even though it's hard for me," or, "If you really cared, you would have come to see me." These kinds of statements are designed to make you feel guilty, to make you feel like you're not doing enough, or that you're somehow failing them. It's emotional manipulation, and it's a tactic that can drain your energy and diminish your joy. In our golden years, we should be focused on nurturing relationships that bring joy, not ones that weigh us down with constant feelings of guilt. It's important to recognize when someone is trying to make you feel guilty for their benefit. Pay attention to how you feel after interactions with them. Do you often leave feeling drained, or like you've let them down, even when you know you've done your best? That's a sign that their behavior is crossing the line into manipulation. To protect yourself from guilt trippers, it's essential to set clear boundaries. Remember, you are not responsible for anyone else's happiness. You can offer love, care, and support, but ultimately, each person is responsible for their own well-being. If someone tries to guilt you into doing something, be firm in your response. You might say, "I understand you're upset, but I've made my decision," or "I care about you, but I can't always meet every expectation." Setting boundaries is an act of self-care, not selfishness. It's about protecting your emotional well-being and ensuring that your relationships are balanced and healthy. Surround yourself with people who appreciate what you do without making you feel like it's never enough. True friends and family members respect your time, your energy, and your decisions. They don't use guilt to manipulate you into doing more than you can or want to. Freeing yourself from unnecessary guilt allows you to focus on what truly matters. Living your life with joy, peace, and a sense of fulfillment. By recognizing and addressing guilt-tripping behavior, you can create a life that's free from emotional manipulation and filled with the kind of love and care that uplifts rather than weighs you down. 14. The cost of selfish relationships. Distancing yourself from the self-absorbed. We've all encountered people who are entirely focused on themselves, the ones who seem to take and take without ever giving anything in return. Selfish individuals are often oblivious to the needs and feelings of others. They dominate conversations, rarely ask how you're doing, and expect you to be there for them at all times without offering the same in return. In your later years, relationships like these can be particularly draining. Selfish people often lack empathy. They might call you only when they need something, without ever considering what you might be going through. Their focus is entirely on themselves, and they have little regard for your needs or well-being. Being in a relationship with someone like this can leave you feeling unseen, unappreciated, and exhausted. It's hard to feel fulfilled when the people around you are only interested in what you can do for them. As we grow older, our time and energy become more valuable, and it's important to spend them wisely. You deserve relationships that are reciprocal. Ones where both people give and receive support, care, and understanding. If you find yourself in a relationship with someone who is consistently selfish, it might be time to reconsider how much energy you're investing in that connection. Setting boundaries with self-absorbed individuals is crucial. You don't have to be at their beck and call, and you don't have to feel guilty for prioritizing your own needs. It's okay to say no when someone's demands are too much, and it's okay to step back from relationships that leave you feeling drained rather than uplifted. Your well-being matters, and it's perfectly acceptable to protect it. Instead, surround yourself with people who are generous with their time, their care, and their attention. Look for those who genuinely care about how you're doing, who listen as much as they talk, and who are there for you in both the good times and the bad. These are the relationships that bring joy, comfort, and fulfillment, the ones that make life richer and more meaningful. In your golden years, you've earned the right to choose relationships that add value to your life. Let go of the selfish individuals who take without giving, and focus on building connections that are balanced, supportive, and genuinely caring. Life is too short to spend it with people who don't appreciate or reciprocate your kindness. Choose relationships that uplift you and make your days brighter. 15. The harm of chronic criticism. Avoiding those who tear you down. Criticism can be a valuable tool for growth when it's constructive and comes from a place of care. But some people criticize not to help, but to tear others down. Chronic critics are those who always seem to find fault, no matter what you do. They point out your mistakes, highlight your flaws, and rarely, if ever, acknowledge your successes. Being around someone like this can be incredibly damaging to your self-esteem and overall well-being. Chronic critics often disguise their negativity as helpful advice. They might say things like, "I'm just trying to help you improve," or "I'm only telling you this because I care." But their words are often more hurtful than helpful, leaving you feeling inadequate, or like you can never do anything right. Over time, this kind of constant criticism can erode your confidence, making it difficult to feel good about yourself or your accomplishments. In your later years, it's important to protect yourself from this kind of negativity. You've spent a lifetime learning, growing, and becoming the person you are today. You deserve to be surrounded by people who see your strengths, who celebrate your successes, and who offer support rather than judgment. If someone in your life is constantly criticizing you, it's time to set boundaries. You might say, "I appreciate your input, but I'd prefer if we focused on the positive," or "I'm not open to criticism right now." It's okay to let people know when their words are hurtful, and it's okay to distance yourself from those who can't respect your boundaries. Your emotional well-being is important, and you have every right to protect it. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, those who offer constructive feedback when needed, but do so with kindness and care. Look for those who focus on your strengths, who encourage you to be your best, and who celebrate your achievements. These are the relationships that foster growth, confidence, and joy. Life is too precious to spend it feeling torn down by constant criticism. By choosing to distance yourself from chronic critics, you create space for positivity, encouragement, and genuine support. You deserve to feel good about yourself, to celebrate your accomplishments, and to be surrounded by people who see the best in you. 16. The drain of emotional neediness. Balancing support with self-care. In any relationship, there are times when one person needs more support than the other. That's a natural part of human connection, but some people are perpetually needy, constantly demanding your time, energy, and attention without considering your needs. These emotionally needy individuals can leave you feeling drained, overwhelmed, and even resentful if the relationship becomes too one-sided. Emotionally needy people often have a hard time coping with their own emotions, so they turn to others for constant reassurance and support. They might call you multiple times a day, expect you to drop everything for them, or become upset if you're not available at a moment's notice. While it's important to be there for the people we care about, it's equally important to ensure that our own needs are being met. If you have someone in your life who is emotionally needy, it's important to set boundaries to protect your own well-being. Let them know that while you care about them, you also need time for yourself. You might say, "I'm here for you, but I can't always be available right away." Or, "I need some time to take care of my own needs right now." Setting boundaries doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're making sure that the relationship is healthy and balanced. Surround yourself with people who understand the importance of balance in relationships, those who give as much as they take, and who respect your need for space and self-care. True friends and loved ones will appreciate your support, but will also recognize when it's time to give you support in return. These are the relationships that bring fulfillment, comfort, and joy. Your later years are a time to focus on your own well-being, to nurture the relationships that bring you happiness, and to let go of those that leave you feeling drained. By setting boundaries with emotionally needy individuals, you create space for self-care, for joy, and for the kind of love that uplifts rather than exhausts. If you're finding these insights helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss more tips for a happier, more peaceful life. And let us know in the comments, how are you setting boundaries to protect your peace and well-being in your golden years? Part 6, 17, The Danger of Enablers. Why True Support Matters. In our golden years, we come to understand the importance of true support, the kind of care that encourages us to grow, helps us face challenges, and pushes us to be our best selves. However, there are people who do the opposite, often unintentionally. These are the enablers, those who, instead of helping us overcome our struggles, make it easier for us to stay stuck in unhealthy patterns. Enablers may think they're helping, but in reality, they're preventing you from making the changes you need to live a healthier, more fulfilling life. They might encourage you to avoid dealing with difficult emotions or ignore issues that need attention. They may say things like, "Don't worry about it, just let it be," when you need to face a challenge head-on. While their intentions may be kind, their actions can keep you from moving forward. For example, if you struggle with maintaining a healthy lifestyle, an enabler might encourage you to indulge rather than supporting your efforts to stay on track. They might bring you unhealthy foods or suggest skipping your daily walk. Though they may think they're being supportive by making things easier for you, what they're really doing is keeping you from reaching your goals. It's important to recognize when someone is enabling rather than supporting you. True support means helping you make positive changes even when it's challenging. It means encouraging you to step out of your comfort zone, to face difficulties, and to grow stronger as a result. If someone in your life is consistently making it easier for you to avoid challenges or stay in unhealthy patterns, it may be time to have an honest conversation with them. You might say, "I know you're trying to help, but I need your support in making some positive changes." Let them know what kind of support you need, whether it's encouragement to stick to a healthy habit, help in facing a difficult situation, or simply a listening ear as you work through your emotions. Surround yourself with people who want to see you thrive, who challenge you to be your best, and who offer support that truly helps you grow. True support is empowering. It's about helping each other overcome obstacles, celebrate successes, and become the best version of ourselves. By distancing yourself from enablers and seeking out those who offer genuine support, you create an environment that fosters growth, resilience, and fulfillment. 18. The exhaustion of drama magnets. Why peace should be a priority. As we grow older, peace becomes more than just a luxury. It becomes a necessity. We've navigated the highs and lows of life, faced countless challenges, and learned the value of tranquility. But there are people who seem to bring chaos with them wherever they go. The drama magnets. These individuals thrive on conflict, always seeking out or even creating problems, and they bring a level of stress that we simply don't need in our later years. Drama magnets are often surrounded by conflict. They may be constantly involved in arguments, spreading gossip, or making small issues into major problems. They may come to you with endless complaints, expecting you to take sides or get involved in their conflicts. Being around someone like this can leave you feeling drained, stressed, and anxious. It's hard to find peace when you're constantly being pulled into someone else's drama. In your later years, protecting your peace should be a top priority. You deserve to live your life without the constant stress of other people's chaos. It's important to recognize when someone is bringing unnecessary drama into your life and to set boundaries to protect your well-being. You don't have to participate in their conflicts, and you don't have to let their chaos disrupt your peace. If someone in your life is constantly bringing drama your way, it's okay to take a step back. You might say, "I care about you, but I'm not comfortable getting involved in this," or "I need some space from all this conflict." Setting boundaries is not about shutting people out, it's about choosing to prioritize your well-being and protecting your peace. Surround yourself with people who bring calm into your life, who handle challenges with grace, and who value tranquility as much as you do. These are the relationships that will allow you to enjoy your golden years with a sense of contentment and joy. By choosing peace over drama, you create a life that is rich in meaning, happiness, and fulfillment. 19. The weight of judgment. Letting go of judgmental people. One of the greatest lessons we learn as we age is the importance of acceptance, both of ourselves and of others. We come to understand that everyone is on their own journey, facing their own struggles, and doing the best they can, but there are people who are quick to judge, who criticize without understanding, and who make others feel small. These judgmental individuals can have a profound impact on your sense of self-worth, making you feel like you're never good enough. Judgmental people often see the world in black and white. They have rigid ideas about what's right and wrong, and they expect everyone else to conform to their standards. They might criticize your choices, question your lifestyle, or make you feel like you're constantly falling short. Being around someone like this can be exhausting, and it can make it difficult to feel confident in your own decisions. In your golden years, you've earned the right to live your life on your own terms, without worrying about what others think. You deserve to be surrounded by people who accept you for who you are, who celebrate your uniqueness, and who support your choices. If someone in your life is constantly judging you, it's time to set boundaries. Let them know that their judgment is not welcome, and if they can't respect your choices, it may be time to distance yourself from them. You might say, "I respect your opinion, but I'm comfortable with my choices," or "I'd appreciate it if you could be more supportive." It's okay to stand up for yourself and to protect your right to live your life as you see fit. By letting go of judgmental people, you create space for acceptance, understanding, and genuine connection. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who see the best in you, and who accept you without judgment. These are the relationships that bring joy, confidence, and a sense of belonging. Life is too short to spend it feeling like you're not enough. By letting go of judgment and embracing acceptance, you create a life that is filled with love, support, and fulfillment. 20. The risk of emotional burnout: balancing care for others with self-care. Many of us are natural caregivers. We want to be there for the people we love, to support them through their struggles, and to offer a helping hand whenever we can. But there's a risk that comes with always putting others first: emotional burnout. When you give and give without taking time to care for yourself, you can end up feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, and even resentful. In your later years, it's important to find a balance between caring for others and caring for yourself. Emotional burnout happens when you've given so much of your time, energy, and emotional resources that there's nothing left for yourself. You might feel constantly tired, irritable, or even detached from the people you care about. It's a sign that you need to take a step back and focus on your own needs for a while. Self-care is not selfish. It's necessary for your well-being and for your ability to continue caring for others. If you find yourself feeling burned out, it's important to set boundaries and make time for yourself. Let the people in your life know that you need some time to recharge, and don't be afraid to ask for help. You might say, "I've been feeling overwhelmed, and I need some time for myself," or "I'd appreciate it if you could help with this so I can take a break." The people who truly care about you will understand and support your need for self-care. Surround yourself with people who value your well-being, who encourage you to take care of yourself, and who are willing to step up and offer support when you need it. These are the relationships that will allow you to continue being the caring, compassionate person you are without sacrificing your own health and happiness. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. By taking care of yourself, you ensure that you have the energy and emotional resources to continue caring for the people you love. Your later years are a time to focus on your own well-being, to nurture yourself, and to create a life that is balanced, fulfilling, and joyful. Embrace peace and live fully. As we reach the end of this video, I hope you found these insights helpful in understanding the kinds of people to avoid and the relationships worth nurturing in your golden years. Life is too short to be spent with people who bring negativity, stress, and unnecessary drama into our lives. You deserve relationships that bring you joy, peace, and fulfillment. Ones that uplift you, support you, and make your days brighter. Protecting your peace doesn't mean isolating yourself or avoiding all challenges. It means being intentional about who and what you allow into your life. It means choosing relationships that enrich your life, that bring you happiness, and that make every day more meaningful. It's about letting go of the people who weigh you down and embracing those who lift you up. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss out on more tips for living your best life. And don't forget to leave a comment below. We'd love to hear about the steps you're taking to protect your peace and create a life filled with joy and fulfillment. Thank you so much for watching, and here's to living your golden years with purpose, peace, and plenty of love. 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 And plenty of love.